Hey, I just finished with building two buildings, and yeah, now I will show you how I did it with the full circle learning. And yeah, so first I had to see what was the topic. So the topic was, in this case, the building, and I needed to see where the end was, like what I wanted to manage in this project. So I didn't want to do too much. Like, for me it was the most important to do the structure and the roof from the building. And and I also was I needed some help. I knew that, so I looked for someone, and we had a friend. He is a carpenter, and he came to help me. And yeah, then I started planning. And so after the pre-search, there comes the research. So I had to see what the goal of the project is and how much time I need for the project, what materials I need, and what the requirements for the buildings are, like what they need to have, whether so like for the greenhouse, the requirement was that the trees in there grow big and nicely, and for the carport it was that the cars are in the shade so they don't get damaged because of the sun. From the real beginning I knew that I need someone who could help, and I got a carpenter, and he came and helped me. Then I talked a lot to my parents, how they wanted to look like whether it should be like, how big it should be and things like that. And after that I did a lot of planning, like really a lot. It got a bit boring, but yeah. Then after the planning I ordered the stuff I needed, like all the wood and screws. And doing that I did even more planning, and when all the wood and screws and things came, I could finally start building. That was a really cool moment. Yeah, then I started with building, and I was just hoping for it to not collapse. Yeah, so after the research comes then the proposal. The proposal is what I want to reach. So in this case I want to reach to build two buildings which don't collapse. But I'm quite sure that they won't collapse, because my grandpa also told me that if you build enough triangles it will be stable, and then more triangles, then more stable it will be. After the proposal there comes the field work. The field work actually is my favorite, because you really start with the project, like you really start building in this case, and I find that really fun. So when you build a building, you should not do a mistake, because if you do a small mistake and then you do another small mistake, they sum up, and in the end the whole project doesn't work, because it could collapse then. Because if you do, like, if you have many foundations, I mean, and you don't have them in a straight line, then you put the beams and then you see, oh, it doesn't work. But like in the where you still were planning the thing, you didn't see that it doesn't work. It also was not so easy to build that, because there were like huge poles, like huge beams, which you had to carry from one place to other place, and they were so heavy. It's a real sport to be a carpenter. It really wasn't so easy. Then after the field work, when all is finished, you do the summary. So the summary is the reflection. I will show you some pictures. They should disappear right there, of how it all started and how it looked like in the end. Then comes the presentation. The presentation I'm actually doing right now with you, and yeah, you can do all different kinds of ways presentation. You can just do a video like I'm doing, or on a whiteboard without a video. Yeah. Then the last one is the reflection. the reflection is about to see what you did wrong or what was really good at this project, and yeah, and I to show others what you did, and yeah, and that was it actually with the full circle learning. And now I will show you around. That is the greenhouse. Here we have already many plants in, many little plants. Here many buckets for plants, and here we have the windows. You can open them and close them. We have here these big water tanks. We have 4 of them. There you have enough water to water all of these plants here. And we have up here a shade roof, but you also can put this green canvas down, so in winter you have the sun can get through and the plants here can get some light. Yeah, and now I will quickly show you the carport. Here is the carport. The carport has 2 sides, here and here and there, and on this side is meant for cars. 3 cars can fit under there, and on this side is a caravan, and in the middle we have a container. There we put many things in. It's like a storage room. Yeah, on this side we have the metal tires on. We actually just put them on yesterday. Yeah, so we just finished with it yesterday. And yeah, it was quite some work to build this carport, because it's so big. And as you can see, these thick wooden how do you call it, these thick bars, they are so heavy. It really wasn't easy to get them up there. Yeah, and here on the other side of the container, here I have my trampoline, so I can jump from there onto my trampoline. That's really fun. Then I say, see you next time.